In today's episode, we're going to show you how to take your big green egg and turn it into a brick oven for making pizza. If you've ever had pizza at one of these fancy places where they put it on the brick oven, they slide it in this big dome, and it comes out really fast and super hot and all bubbly with a little char on the crust, that's what we're trying to create today with a big green egg. It's really simple, and if you think about what a brick oven does, it contains the heat, it cooks at a very high indirect temperature. You know, usually the pile of wood is in the back corner, and they put real wood in there and it heats up the dome, and it's the dome that actually cooks the pizza, usually on a surface that's somewhere between 900 and 1,000 degrees. Now, I've never gotten my egg that hot, but I can get up to 600 degrees on a pretty regular basis, and that's what we're going to do today. First thing we got to start with is our dough. You can use any standard recipe you can get off the internet. The one I'm using has 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of brown sugar, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of yeast that's put in some warm water until it gets all fluffy and it starts to bloom. You put all that in a mixer with a bread hook. You pull it out, put it in a bowl that's been nice coated with some really nice olive oil, and you let it sit for about an hour and a half in a nice warm quiet room until it about doubles in size. It's called proofing. So that's where we're going to start. All that's been done, we're going to start with our ball of dough first. Okay, so our dough has proofed. You can see it sitting in a bowl. So we're going to take it out here, punch it down on the floured surface, and then I'm going to cut it in fourths. So I'm going to make 4 little pies instead of one giant one. I'm going to save these, and I'm going to actually freeze them. So for today's demonstration, we're only going to use this one right here. Again, this is not much of a pizza cooking lesson, but you want to roll the dough out as thin as you want it. Again, I want to make mine kind of thin. One of the things that I appreciated about Italian cooking when Kathy and I were in Italy a few years ago is Italians use very simple ingredients. So they don't use a lot of fancy ingredients. In fact, we were staying at a vineyard, and there was a herb garden out back. And I went out there and picked some basil. It was just fresh basil, some olive oil, and some really good bread. And that really was probably the best bruschetta that I've ever had. So simple ingredients is really key to Italian cooking. Okay, we've rolled out our pizza. Again, I've chosen a very fine, thin crust. Put a little marinara sauce on it. And again, the fun part of this is really picking whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be to anybody else's liking. This is your pizza. You can dress it however you want to. I'm going to use some fresh basil. I'm going to use some fresh mozzarella. Got some big old pieces of mozzarella here. Just going to put those around. Got a couple pepperonis. Again, do whatever floats your boat. Got a little bit of garlic here. Let's bring it around. Got some oregano. Probably put a little Tuscan infused olive oil just kind of scattered around. Again, nothing fancy. The fun part of this, do whatever you want. Do it with your kids, do it with your grandkids. Make whatever pizza you want to make. Okay, this is our big green egg, otherwise known as our brick oven. And again, let me show you how I've got it set up. I've got a pizza stone here that I got from the Big Green Egg store, probably about 30 bucks. Beneath there we're using indirect heating, so I've got a place setter that's keeping the direct fire off of the pizza stone. The pizza stone's been in there for several minutes so that it gets equilibrated with the cooking temperature that we want to get around 500 degrees, 600 degrees. So as soon as it gets up to speed, we're going to take our pizza, put it right on the stone, and cook it for about 5 minutes. Alrighty, let us cook some pizza. Alrighty, our pizza's been cooking at about 550 degrees for right at 7 minutes. So let's see what we have. Nice bubbly cheese, got some crusty edges, so I think it's perfect. Let's go take it inside and cut it up. Alrighty, put our pizza down. Get our fancy little pizza wheel. Nice and crunchy. I like my crust really thin, so it's almost like a cracker. Bon appetit. Clearly the cheese is very melted, very chewy, nice smoky taste, nice crunchy crust. So again, turning your big green egg into a brick oven for your pizza is easy to do. Give it a try. Thanks for watching.